You know what time it is, y'all. This is the lightning round. Buy, sell, or hold. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Man, the stock market today was rough out here in these streets. These stock market streets. Again, I'm your host, Charles Becco. Another dicey day today in the market. Man, kind of went a little unexpected than we anticipated. However, have no fear, Charles Becco is here. And we're here to break down some of these crazy charts and see what the market has in store for us later. All right. Today, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the market. We're going to break down some stocks, break down some tickers. And right now, as my other co-mods come to join me, for right now, you could send me the tickers that you would like to have broken down directly to my inbox before we get the start of the show. Again, my name is Charles Becco. You could call me kind of a veteran trader. Been trading since 2008. Had experience at a prop trading firm on Wall Street. Also been a financial advisor, master in business, yada yada yada. So I am an accredited, person. I do have a file at FINRA. You could go and check me out. So wow, just a really really crazy day. We saw a couple things happen. We saw one of the first red days for Apple, right? Apple pretty much helped to drag down the market. It was kind of, not to say that it was unexpected, right? Because Apple had been going just bonkers, right? And so, there was going to be the day and the time and the hour that Apple was going to pull back. And so, hey, that's why we do this, right? We wait for those times and opportunities to present themselves. And so right now I'm just kind of getting the links up together to the various rooms and groups, okay? Just give me 1 second. Let me just get up all those things. And then I will get us started here with us today. Let me go pin the link to the room. Give me 1 second. Get this link up and we'll be getting ready to start. Okay. Clubhouse, pin a link there. Okay, so the link to the YouTube is now at the top of this room. And just in time, I've got Megan, fellow co-mod. Megan, please introduce yourself to the crowd.
Hey everybody, I am Megan. I am a certified financial planner and an enrolled agent, which allows me to represent clients in front of the IRS. I am a wife and mother of 3, one of which you can hear in the background now. So I'm just here to help Charles on the back end. If anybody has any tickers they want to send me, you can go ahead and do that through the Super Airplane at the back channel, and I will make sure to get them to Charles to break down live on the YouTube link, which is pinned above my head. So if you click that, you can see on YouTube Charles breaking down the tickers live.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. And Megan, how's your weekend been? How's everything been going on your side of the fence?
Oh, so far so good. I'm actually playing catch up because I just got back from Colorado skiing trip, and so and a lot of other things. So I haven't been trading too much the last couple days, but I am excited to get back into it for sure.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I've got our stuff populated up on the screen. Again, team showing streaming here. We're streaming via Clubhouse. We're streaming via YouTube. We're streaming via Twitch. And we're streaming via Facebook. The multi-stream is on. This is probably, I think, one of the only shows on Clubhouse where we actually have the multi-stream up with the YouTube links live, right? So please join us. Click the link above so you can see what's going on, be part of the action. Again, if you're not in the YouTube, you are literally missing half of the show, okay? All right, so let's talk about the big, elephant in the room, right? Let's talk about SPY. What is going on here in my principal belding voice, right? Let's go here. Get the SPY. Just make sure. Okay. So, first things first, okay? I don't think there's anything to panic about, okay? The underlying superstructure of SPY is just fine, okay? We actually have a lot to be grateful for. We actually had almost a squeeze fire today. SPY had to pull back so much today for the squeeze not to fire, that we kind of closed right there at the support level, or just right under the support level of 466.91. Okay, we're just under right now. After hours, we're just over that level. Okay, we had a fresh MACD cross here. The histogram is basically to the flat line, which I look at as bullish. You have the 8 simple moving average about to cross over the 21, which is also bullish. So team, just some more consolidation. I would say that the market is more of in a holding pattern while we wait to see what the new rates are going to be, or what the Federal Reserve will do about the rates coming up for 2022. They have a 2-day policy meeting, I believe, that kicks off tomorrow, and will conclude as of Wednesday when they'll pull out their notes, and then Jay Powell will come on the mic and rock the mic and do his thing, right? I would say within the last couple of months after Jay Powell has spoken, the market has kind of reacted in a bullish way. I think the one time I seen maybe a potentially bearish reaction was when he was speaking in Congress. But in terms of like the official Federal Reserve statements, they, whatever, they said, whether it had been hawkish or dovish, the market typically has reacted positively to it, right? And so we're just going to kind of go down through the tickers, our usual suspects, and we're going to see how the market is doing, right? Okay, so SPY is okay. Nothing to see here with SPY. SPY actually held up the best out of the entire market. Let us look at Microsoft. Now, Microsoft was rocking out for most of the day, except for the last hour. Not even the last hour, I would say the last 20 minutes. Within the last 20 minutes of the market, just geez, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Last 20 minutes of the market, just everything pulled back, right? Microsoft pulled back. Apple was bearish pretty much the entire day, but again, last 20 minutes, just a big sell-off there. Okay, as well as SPY, right? Okay, last 20 minutes of the market, everything just pretty much sold off pretty uniformly, right? Those sell programs hit the tape pretty much all at the same time, all the same tickers, pretty much market reacted and pretty uniformly, right? So that's pretty much it. Right now, we are up 50 cents after hours here on SPY. You did see, a huge volume spike on Apple here. I'm sorry. Let's make sure I get this here. Yeah, you've seen a huge volume spike on Apple pretty much right at the end of the day there. So, where does the market go from here? I would say we're in a holding pattern until we get the rate decisions on Wednesday. So, that is that. Full disclosure, we are holding calls in SPY, okay, just for disclosure's sake. We are holding calls in SPY, not like we could affect SPY, right? Like SPY, our little teeny tiny position, the market doesn't care about it, but just for transparency's sake, I just wanted to put that out there, okay? So that's Apple, Microsoft. Let's look at Tesla. Man, Tesla with the big pullback today, down pretty much 5%. Sure, popped up a little bit after hours. Pretty much towards the close, but this was a huge way on the market, right? And so, where's Tesla? I say Tesla's still hanging out, right? Still holding the line here at this fib level right around here, around 967. And so, I don't see anything to really write home about just yet, okay? This is Tesla here. Let's look at GOOG. Okay, nothing to write home. The 8's about to cross the 21. MACD cross here. Histogram fixing itself. Google looks pretty okay. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon, again, one of our clumsy friends, right? Amazon looks like it's doing good. Amazon will trip over itself, kind of like Eli Manning during the playoffs, right? We'll be running no defenders there. Will just kind of get knocked off its horse. So Amazon just does its thing. It's Amazon. Let's look at Netflix. I don't think we've heard anything from Netflix. Netflix just chilling out. That's Netflix. Then there is, we need to look at Nvidia. Nvidia here. Big move down on Nvidia here. Right down to this, around this 280 level, right? Again, this thing is just kind of working through its cycle, right? Is testing support down here. We had a support level that was breached today. There's another support level down here, so I'm just want to move this line right down there, and next level support will be solid 280, and we'll see how Nvidia squares up. Let's just look at AMD again. Usual suspects, right? Okay. Again, semiconductors selling off. Okay, so for people who've been looking to get long semiconductors, here's the pullback that you wanted, right? You don't shy away from the pullbacks that you want. So that's AMD. We went to Tesla. We see Apple, Amazon, right? We see Facebook. How can I forget Facebook? Okay, Facebook here. Man, we got stopped out of our Facebook position on Friday. Facebook was probably the best FANG name that we've seen, right? Popped all the way up here to 340 and just kind of faded the rest of the day. Okay. Nothing really to see here. But again, Facebook, Google, and SPY has a very nice bullish pattern setting up, okay? The 8 crawling just about to, well, not about to, but heading on his way to crossing over to 21. The MACD is there, the histogram is there, so Facebook looks pretty bullish, okay? And so that is, your market recap right there. Megan, would you mind giving us a reset before we get to the tickers?
Absolutely. So this is the day trade and degens room, one of the biggest rooms on all of them. If you go ahead and click the day trade and degens title at the top with the green house, then you can click follow and make sure that you get any notifications when pop up. The lightning round buy seller hold is what you're listening to now with Charles Becco and the Brooklyn Traders. This is on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, but we do change it up a little bit with holidays, schedules, day trade and degens. Make sure you follow the pod so that you can get notification there. If you click the YouTube link above, you can watch Charles break down the tickers live and see if you want to buy, sell, or hold that ticker. We have quite a few in the queue still lined up, but we could take a couple more if you want to send them to me before the night is over. And then we just want to say a big thanks to Suitability as one of our sponsors, which you can check out on Amazon if you're interested. Charles, back to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. And you know what? I do have a very, very special announcement to make. Normally I would wait to kind of hold these announcements until after the show. Typically don't do this closer to the beginning of the show, but I think it kind of makes sense to do that, right? Because during the beginning of the show is kind of when we get like the majority of our crowd, so I'm just going to go ahead and go in. I do want to say that we are running a charity, okay? For the last 3 years, we had been running a toy drive, okay? It's called, and get this, right? The Bumbleclaws Toy Drive 2021, okay? So that's a little Jamaican spin on the classic Santa Claus, right? Bumbleclaws Toy Drive of 2021 here. Let me just kind of get up some links so you guys can see. Let me just share the screen there. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, this is right there on my Instagram page if you want to see how you could get involved. Again, we collect toys or money for toys, and we distribute them at local hospitals, okay? This year, there'll be the Cohen's Children's Hospital in Northwell Health. There's a lot of kids there with some long-term ailments that we go and deliver some holiday cheer to. We got Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn. This is where this photo was taken. Yes, that's me in the Wakanda mask. Wakanda forever. And we also visit my home hospital, which is Brookdale Hospital in Brownsville, East New York, right? And so be assured that 100% of the proceeds, okay? No games there. 100% of the proceeds go directly to the kids. We shoulder all the expenses related to this toy drive, and we're not a 501c3. We're just a bunch of crazy guys who got together, guys and gals who got together and decided to do this. Okay, we are working on getting that official 501c3. But if you folks need a receipt, okay, for any donations, we do have that available. We do have the Cash App and Venmo links there. Again, follow on the Instagram page, and then you'll be able to see how you can donate there. All right, I think that is it.
Hey, just a note.
Go ahead.
Just a note on the 503c. Remember that with the standard deduction being so much higher now after Trump changed the laws, most people cannot deduct their charitable donations anyway, as the standard deduction is higher than the itemized deduction. So please feel free to contribute the money, even if it isn't a 503c, because you're doing good and you may not get a deduction if you are not itemizing anyway. Also, remember, with COVID, the law has changed this year that even if you do not itemize, you're taking the standard deduction. You can also take up to $300 in charitable per person. So if you're married, it's $600 in addition to the standard deduction. So just a little bit of tax law reminder there for you. Charles, back to you.
Amen. Thank you. And folks, hey, before Uncle Sam comes digging in your pockets, tap in with Megan on the back end. Megan, thank you so much for being an invaluable resource to the community and also to the show. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. Megan is not taking any clients, but if you have a question, I'm always here to help you. I love you guys. So.
Okay, cool. All right, there we go. All right, so let's just get to the tickers on the list here. Oh wow, we got quite a few. BNTX, I see. BABA, okay, that's a regular. DNN, so let me kind of write that down somewhere. Okay, I got Roku, okay. BNTX. Oh, yo, you guys have beat me to the punch. Cool. And BNTX. Awesome. Appreciate that. All right, so let me just go over all the tickers, right? Now that I'm in the main room. We got Roku, ZI, which I believe is Zoom Info. We got MOGO, Walmart, AFRM, GME, Pfizer, DNN, BABA, and BNTX. Okay. Let me see here. Let me kind of look at the YouTube, see what's going on with YouTube. I don't know if you guys are. I don't see anything on the YouTube. Oh, I see Square. Okay, I see you there on YouTube, Jesse. What's up? All right, and we also have Square. Let me write that down. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so first up on the list is going to be Roku. What's going on with these guys? Okay, Roku had the monster move a couple days ago. Big news. I believe they signed or they are going to continue a deal with YouTube, so YouTube could be on their streaming devices still. I believe that's what the news was. We had a nice little pop, right? And just kind of fade here. And so, to me, if Roku could kind of hold above this line here, 221, I would be more bullish Roku than bearish. If Roku is under the 21, then I'd be more bearish than I am bullish. Right now, it's kind of middling. It's in the middle. So, more of a hold, more of a wait and see type of setup here on Roku. Let's look at Zoom Info. Zoom Info Technologies. There is nothing going on here right now. But maybe that's all right. That's not so bad. Looks like it's still, we had kind of a reversal here with the engulfing candle here, and right now we're just chopping around to the downside. What I would wait for is for this MACD to cross up here on Zoom Info before I would establish a position. Again, another name that looks like it's just middling for right now. Let's look at MOGO. MOGO Inc. The question is, when is the bleeding going to stop on MOGO Inc? Well, let's take a look. I need to get something with an RSI on it. Okay, I got it. Let's look at MOGO here. Oof. Bad news bears, right? So, as MOGO is, let me just make sure you guys can see this, right? So, as MOGO is going lower, so is the RSI, just so you can see it there, right? So, the price of MOGO is going lower, and the RSI is following with it. So, with that, I can't. I don't see the bleeding stopping here. Was looking to see if we saw any divergences there, and unfortunately we do not. So I would say you could probably play or continue to play MOGO to the downside. It just doesn't look as nice right here. So that is MOGO. Next up on the list, I do kind of want to go in order. I think this is a little out of order. So if we leapfrogged anybody, we do apologize. Let's go to BNTX. BioNTech, right? I mean, there's something. I mean, team, you know, I don't really like biotechs. You know, I don't really mess with them like that. But I will say, BioNTech right here is making a higher low from when it came down before, and you know, kind of fixing itself. What I don't like here is the 8 crossing over to 21. I don't like the fact that the MACD histogram is expanding to the downside. So, I mean, I would think that this pop may possibly get sold into unless you get more Omicron news, right? Typically, a lot of the biotech names, as Omicron flares up, I believe we had the first recorded death of Omicron in the UK, reported by Prime Minister Boris, I believe it's Boris Johnson. Please correct me if I'm incorrect there. I believe his name is Boris Johnson. I know his first name is Boris for sure. But the Prime Minister of UK basically came out and said, hey, we had our first Omicron-related death. And so some of these guys are spiking. Also, I heard that, I believe Pfizer, there was an Israeli study that said that Pfizer was proven to reduce Omicron-related symptoms and being effective against it. And so Pfizer's looking good here. I see that we broke a high here. So to me, Pfizer's in a nice long setup. I know, it's already on the list, so we're covering it. So yeah, Pfizer's long here. I like the way Pfizer looks. If I had to pick, I would prefer Pfizer over BioNTech for sure, especially if you trade options. I believe the implied volatility is probably better on Pfizer than it is on BioNTech. So if I had to choose between the two, I would go with Pfizer. Okay. Next up on the list, let's go to Walmart. Okay. I'm letting y'all know right now, Walmart is an inflation protected play. Okay, value play. I like it here. The chart's turning around. We are running into traffic up here between 144 and 146, so expect some resistance there. We got a favorable MACD cross, and we got the wind at our backs here on Walmart. So yeah, out of all the retailers, and I know this sounds strange, right? But you know, CVS is technically a retailer. If you haven't been to CVS, I would invite you to go. As some of you know, I am a partner in a construction company, and our company had a ongoing contract with CVS, and I'm letting y'all know right now, CVS is building out. Okay, so CVS, Walmart, names like that, Costco, Target, names like that. Okay, as inflation flares up, these are going to be some nice places to park cash. Hey, good volume here, 190% on Walmart. 190% average daily traded volume. You see the volume candle right there. MACD cross. Team, I like Walmart. This is a good call out right there. Let's look at Baba.
Thank you. That's mine.
Oh, that's you. Oh, that's you. Oh man,
That's mine.
You kind of fooled me.
Thank you.
I thought you did. I thought you pulled a Sabrina. You sounded like Sabrina for a second. I'm like, Sabrina's here. I'm like, dang, where she popped up from? All right, so that's Walmart right there. And what's going on with Baba? Hey, we got our first MACD cross here in Baba, and the ball's in Baba's court, right? You know, Baba got that, you know, that Eli Manning look, right? Like, I shouldn't rag on Eli. You know, I'm just let y'all know first off that before Eli Manning come over here and be like, hey Charles, what's up, blah blah blah. Let me tell y'all something. I'm a Giants fan. I'm an all New York fan, okay? I support the Giants. I'm letting y'all know right now before any one of my teams win a championship and you accuse me of being a bandwagoner. I support the Giants. I support the Jets. I support the Yankees. I support the Mets. I support the New York Dragons. All New York teams. The Staten Island Cyclones. I'm claiming them all. I claim all New York. I even claim Buffalo. Buffalo's upstate New York. Team, we are all New York here. Okay? So don't nobody. The Islanders as well. Okay? The Rangers. I'm claiming them all. Any of them win the championship, they are my teams, okay? So I can rag on the Giants if I want to, especially Eli Manning, because I'm still mad over him running and fumbling the ball over himself. I'm sorry, I'm still upset. Okay, you know how we are. We're Giants fans, okay? We be like that. So that's it. So Baba here, the ball is in Baba's court. If you like Baba here, I'll tell you to buy Baba here. Okay, I might look into adding some shares of Baba. I like Baba. The ball is in your court, right? We had all this nastiness here since what month is this? Since October, right? This may be the time for Baba to turn around. Okay, want to put a price target of 130 on Baba, then 135. Okay, Baba, don't fail me. Don't make me look bad in front of dozens and dozens of people on Clubhouse and YouTube. Soon to be hundreds of people. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. All right, that's Baba right there. Let's look at DNN. DNN. Question: what is DNN? What's happening with DNN? Right? Is the bleeding stopping? I'm not really sure. Maybe. I think I need some more data for DNN. Okay, I'm not too sure what DNN wants to do here. You know, again, it's kind of middling. It's in between heaven and hell. If it was lower, I would have something to say. If it was higher, I would have something to say. But right now, I can't give y'all nothing on DNN. Look at the weekly time frame. Nothing. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't got nothing on DNN. I'm sorry. Nothing here. So check back in a couple of days, and we'll see what's going on with DNN, right? So more of a wait-and-see type setup. Affirm. Affirm now as well. Kind of middling. Affirm hasn't been the same ever since it got cracked down, right? From 176, it just has not been the same. Hasn't been performing the same. And I mean, just based on this chart pattern, I would just put Affirm on the back burner. Okay. I guess on the 4-hour, it looks a little better. Okay, on the 4-hour, Affirm looks like it's doing something to turn around. I do see some bullish divergence there. You guys can't see this chart. Let me just move it over. There it is. So on the 4-hour chart, I do see something turning around there on Affirm, right? But it's just more of a wait and see as well, just like DNN. That's Affirm. So we did Pfizer. Let's go to the apes. Actually, you know what? Megan, can you give us another reset before we get to the rest of the tickers?
I can give you another reset. And one of the things I'm talking about is a couple of the tickers Charles mentioned, like it's chop, right? We don't know yet what direction it's going to go. And you can make money off of that as well. So you could sell premium or different things. So, I mean, just as a reminder, like 75 to 80% of options expire worthless. And so you can use that data to your advantage and say, if this is going to chop, maybe I want to sell premium on this and collect a premium if it's not going anywhere anyway. There's other strategies. Another thing to be careful about is Charles mentioned, you know, the IV might be better on Pfizer than the other one, the biotech or whatever it was. Anyway, so implied volatility is important because even if you get the direction right on an option play, it can still go against you from a profit and loss standpoint if the IV, the implied volatility, was too high. So folks, getting into options, if that's what you're doing, if you don't know enough about the other details, you can lose money even if it goes in the right direction. So I would encourage you to check out brooklyntraders.net. There is a whole library of classes that explain all of this. And before you even put $1 into even the market or an option play in particular, I would sign up to be a Brooklyn Traders member. There's no contract, so you can drop it at any time if you want. I know once you get in there, you won't want to, but let's say you sign up for a month and you say, I'm just going to pay for 1 month. The fees are negligible. You probably spend it on a dinner out because fast food is so expensive. For the whole month, you can sit and watch all of these videos and just leverage that knowledge to make you so much more money than you paid in the fees. And once you become part of the family, you're never going to want to leave anyway. So even if you don't join, just be careful with implied volatility and look at other strategies in this market if things are choppy, such as selling premium. So Charles, back to you.
Amen. Thank you. Appreciate it. And just to let y'all know, our biggest product over here at Brooklyn Traders, which is just a gold membership, is literally like 2 cups of coffee for some people, right? Like, it's like nothing at all. I can't even call it like lunch for some people, you know what I mean? I've seen more people spend more money on a McDonald's, whatever kind of, you can't even call this stuff affordable anymore, right? Megan, I went to McDonald's and it's like, everything is like $10.99 for like a meal. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, what is this?
I know it. We took our family there. I'm ashamed to even say that. We took our family to McDonald's. Yuck. It was
No, it's not bad. I mean, look, hey, we can get some McDonald's. It's cool. We don't gotta be too bougie. Yeah, tell them about the McDonald's trip, Megan. No, but tell them how much it costs though for like 3 or 4 people. How much?
$40.
There you go.
$40 to go to McDonald's.
$40.
Which I think is the gold membership, or the highest membership you can get at Brooklyn Traders, was one
family McDonald's meal. Exactly.
For McDonald's.
A family McDonald's meal is more than what we charge.
Yeah, and here's the thing is, I got nothing good from that McDonald's meal. I didn't feel good about myself physically or emotionally. However, the information I get out of Brooklyn Traders for $40 a month can, double, triple my money over time. And then I'll just buy some options at McDonald's instead. So, hey, Sabrina, thanks for joining us. If you want to say hi or anything, jump in.
Yeah, hi guys. How's everyone? Hi Charles. Hi Megan.
We're good. We're good. We were explaining.
In the room.
Oh, go ahead. I was saying.
I'm just gonna do a quick little intro.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
No, you're good. You're always early. Hey, look, guys, on the back end, I'd be late. Sabrina be like, Charles, when are you gonna get started? So, hey, Sabrina, you can be late all you want because I'm usually late. So, go ahead, Sabrina.
Hi guys. So for those of you who don't know me, I work for Merrill Lynch in the investment banking division. I've been working in investment banking for about 10 plus years now. I trade equities, crypto, and I buy and sell real estate in New York, soon to be Miami. I would say I'm a constant learner. There's always new stuff to learn in the market. There's different ways to trade. There's different trading styles, different strategies. So one thing I've learned is to constantly reassess what your strategy is for each and every trade that you get in. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, my IG is in my profile. I post stock tips, stock picks, crypto stuff, things you guys should think about, all kinds of material every day. So you can hit me up if you have a ticker, but I see the group chat is kind of filled right now, so I'm not sure how many more tickers we're taking. Over to you, Charles.
Actually, Sabrina, talk to us about Lucid, one of the bright stars from today. What was going on? What was the news on Lucid, or what contributed to Lucid, kind of bucking the market today?
So Lucid got added to the NASDAQ today.
Okay, cool. And could you explain to all the rookies what that means or the significance of that?
Yeah, sure. So it's a really big deal for Lucid, especially considering that they just did the merger not that long ago. People were questioning them. I know the stock has fallen quite a bit from high 50s to high 30s now, but the price target is still $60 in the short term, and who knows what in the long term. This is a big deal for Lucid. It's a new company. It's being added to the NASDAQ 100 ETF. That is, for those of you who don't know what ETFs are actively managed funds with a bunch of individual stocks underneath. I'm actually going to start swing trading ETFs. I usually don't do ETFs. I usually just pick out the stocks that I like, that those particular ones have in them, and just buy the underlying stocks. So some really popular ETFs is obviously all Cathie Wood stuff, which is the ARK umbrella. So yeah, that's pretty big news for Lucid. I mean, for you to be listed on the NASDAQ is a pretty big deal in the NASDAQ 100.
Sabrina, thank you so very much for breaking it down for the subscribers there. We really appreciate it. And team, I want to let y'all know something too right here. As of today, Lucid is in a long setup. Okay, we had like almost 2 weeks of consolidation. Lucid is in a long setup today. Okay, so free game Monday. Sabrina, you're the Lucid queen, right? I'm waiting for Sabrina to come out with the MOGOs, do the Lucid remix. Okay, we're gonna see you up on stage and roll it loud, right, Sabrina?
Listen, I keep telling everyone buy the dip, because once it takes off, it's not going to see 38 again. It's not seeing 38 again.
Okay,
you heard it here first from Brooklyn traders in the day trading region.
Amen. Sabrina, do you want to put out a price target north of, because we set it at 60, right? Do you have a higher price target than that? Where do you see Lucid in 3 years? And tell me where you see it in 5 years.
So there's a bunch of stuff that needs to happen, right? So if Lucid can start making cars more in the mid-range price range and not so much in the higher end, they can start competing with other players like NIO. I would say Lucid and Rivian are going to need to fight it out between each other, like literally duke it out to see who's going to win that fight, and whoever wins that fight will be the Tesla competitor. So in my mind, it's one of those two. I have my money on both of them, so I'm going to win either way. But if Rivian doesn't win that fight and Lucid becomes the competitor for Tesla, that doesn't mean that Rivian is a bad stock to hold and or continue to hold. It just means that it's not going to be quite on the Tesla range and or dynamic, and definitely not the same price target.
Okay, pretty cool.
So you wanted a number from me, right? A number. In
Yep.
the next 2-3 years, I see Lucid being well into the hundreds, maybe even the thousands if they can get these mid-price cars out.
Whoo, 1,000? Sheesh.
Easily.
Okay, cool. Hey, team, you heard it first. Well into the hundreds and possibly well into 1,000. All right. So
they can hit 1,000 just like Tesla. They're going to leverage all the stuff that Tesla's done. They're learning from all of Tesla's mistakes, right? And they need to keep delivering on time. They need to just, keep doing what they're doing and improve.
All right. Sabrina, again, thank you so very much. So, Lucid, I guess you could say, let's say 100, 150, and possibly 200 within the next 2 years. Okay? But right now, team, we got a long setup today, and dagnabbit, I wish I got it. Wish I had some Lucid right now. This isn't a long setup, team. This is a textbook long setup, free game Monday. Okay, y'all can put Lucid on your watch list. I'm picking up some Lucid for sure. Okay, so that is Lucid. It's 6:51 here. Let's look at the futures, see what's going on with the futures. Are we up? Are we down? Are we dying? Lucid. Futures are pretty flat. Let's look at the Qs here. Flat. Okay. Futures look pretty flat right here. All right. So that's the futures. Let's look at let's see here. I think we're gonna go to the apes, right? So that's gonna be GameStop, then Square. I think we did MOGO. Right. So let's do GameStop and Square. GME. Oof. I can't believe this is GameStop I'm looking at. Man. The claps came. So what's happening here? Team, the risky assets are being sold off. And we are breaking the key support level here. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just kind of stretch this a little bit. Yeah, right around there. I guess 131 here. But man, hate to see it. Again, the apes. Okay, it's funny. I did some work with a guy. Was at the job site not too long ago, a few weeks ago. And he was one of the original apes. Got into GameStop in the 40s. He said he had just paid off his house with that. And so, man, team, again, the riskier assets are being sold off here, right? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We haven't looked at Bitcoin in forever. No one's talking about it, right? Again, another flush down here. Go ahead.
The whole crypto world has been on sale. Like, everything is on sale, guys. If you are not Christmas shopping in the stock market or the crypto market, you're doing something wrong.
Yep. So right now we're pretty flat. I'm not getting a clear signal here. The histogram looks like it's going back and forth. Not too sure what it wants to do with itself. And the RSI has been flat the last couple days here, so not really no clear signals here. I guess it's not significant enough to say heads or tails. Let me kind of look at the weekly chart. There, fib level was at 46,959, right? That's the, let's see, that's 100. So that's gonna be 50%. Yeah, we're at the 50% mark here. Oh, this is an old fib, right? So, we're just under a support level. What's crazy on Bitcoin here is that we have a weekly MACD cross down, right? So expect some more downward pressure on Bitcoin and ergo crypto. Okay, sorry, not too great news for you Bitcoin maximalists and you crypto wizards and everybody out there. All right. Oh, I see the Panther has joined us. Let's see if he wants to come to the stage. Okay, so that is that. Oh, can't join right now. Okay, well, again, Lawrence Eggleston, thank you for checking us out here. So yeah, that is Bitcoin. Again, expect some pressure as that weekly MACD will provide some pressure on us. Let's look at Square here. Okay, so again, something where the signal is not clear, but I will tell you this, right? If Square could hold here, I would interpret that as bullish because that's a higher low. However, if Square wants to make a new low and go under 170.75, if the RSI could hold up, you'll see bullish divergence there as well. And so, again, team, there is just generally a bearish tint on the entire market. We went to a long setup. Looks like we're going to pull back a little bit more. Again, it just is what it is right there. Okay. Yeah, and so that is the end of the tickers. And so let's talk about outlook, right? Let's talk about what the market could do, where it could go. Right now, we're in a holding pattern, right? It looked as if, right, that we were just going to come in, take out all-time highs, and go sailing. But that's just not the case, right? We kind of went like this, came down to test, had a nice bounce. We had an implied open around 173, 172 and a half. Okay, but right around 6 o'clock in the morning in the pre-market, this happened, right? Just the nice gap up after hours, and then like literally right before open, we just keeled over. Okay. And we took out some intraday support levels there as well. So right now we're right back in the chop. We're right back in the range. So expect for the market to be a little bit choppy. Maybe look for a small oversold bounce tomorrow, right? Here's a 30-minute time frame on SPY here. Expect some kind of oversold bounce, but I wouldn't expect too much from it. Okay, there is the 30-minute. Let's look at the hourly right there. Hourly still has some damage. 15 minutes should be bullish here. 15 minute was bullish, but man, didn't do nothing. Okay, so again, 30-minute cross here. We just need some time. It needs some more time to fix itself. But again, I think the market is going to be in a holding pattern until Wednesday, when those rate decisions will come out. So, team, that is that. Okay. Megan, Sabrina, do you have anything to say before we wrap it up here?
I don't. Just check out brooklyntraders.net if you're interested in learning more about what Charles is talking about, terminology, different strategies. Like I said, watch the IV right now. Some things that I would expect to have lower IV is actually pretty high. If we do see a market pullback, watch things like defensive plays. We talked about Walmart, Costco, CVS, things like that. So just keep an eye on your portfolio. Now's a really good time to reevaluate each of your positions and make sure you feel comfortable with all of them. If you're uncomfortable, cash is a position. Hope y'all have a great night.
Go ahead, Sabrina.
Hey guys, just want to mention a few things. I expect the market to be choppy and bearish through the end of December. I would also like to mention to you guys that banks are looking good, and so is oil as we go into this inflationary mode that we're in. Those two areas tend to do really, really well during times of inflation. Have a great evening, everyone. Back to you, Charles.
Oh yeah, speaking about oil, I did see a long setup in oil. Thank you so much for bringing that up. But I'm not too sure how it's going to play out. I'm just letting y'all know right now. These commodities don't really play well with indicators, right? Something could happen in some part of the world. Anything could go on, and then all these indicators go out of the window. But right now, it does look like oil wants to turn around. But to me, on the shorter term time frame, you do see some bullishness here, but on the longer term time frame, oil is still in some kind of trouble, right? So any oil related plays, just watch out for that. So team, that is basically it. Thank you everybody, and God bless. Thanks for coming.
Retro.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Again, consider donating to the toy drive.
Follow the room, follow your blog on all channels.
Yep, absolutely. Please follow Sabrina. Please follow Megan. Catch me on IG. Catch me on IG. Catch me outside on IG. Outside on IG. Boom. Yep. Hey team, don't forget about that Lucid. Long setup today. Finna get into some Lucid tomorrow. You like it? Alright, y'all.
Lucid dream.
Hey. Amen. Alright, y'all. Take care.